Hello all heroes and welcome back to Invincible Guarding the Globe, and today we have a brand new character released in the game for the Boss Man event. Cecil himself has decided to step onto the field, so it's kind of funny to think that the character who is the overarching controller of all the heroes is now joining us as one of the heroes. Are we saying from a lore standpoint that we now have Cecil clones in the game? I mean, hard to say. But Cecil Stedman doesn't have powers, but he tells those that do what to do. And now he's available in the store. Stay on his good side and recruit him to your team immediately. This is one of those big boy new character events where he gets his own shop, he gets his own GDA alert, and of course lots and lots of currency to summon in the shop that he is available in. If you've been in the game for a while, then you know the gist, but if you're not, then we shall go over it. First of all, we do have some missions. Completing the Global Countermeasures GDA event and logging in will get you these red tickets free to play. These actually allow you to do the Global Countermeasures GDA alert to get the currency. Additionally, you get these little silver tokens. These silver tokens are what you use to refresh the event shop that we'll go over in a bit. And then you can also get these pink tokens that you use to actually purchase the heroes in the event shop. Very standard practice for the characters that they deem to be a little more special, a little more unique. And I mean, considering that Cecil is like the boss, yeah, I guess they consider him to be pretty special. So we have, of course, the usuals: purchase all items, refresh the event shop, recruit GDA heroes, recruit heroes in the event shop, then logging in and completing the event. Additionally, if we go to the store, we do have, of course, all the usual paid bundles and the gem bundles. The most efficient one, of course, being this 1.2 thousand gem bundle of 300 of the pink tokens, 10 of the silver tokens, and 1 access card. Then after that, you've got the access card and refresh tokens for 400 gems, some refresh tokens for 80 gems, and then the pink tokens for 450 gems. Like I said, the most efficient one's going to be this right here. It says limit of 10, but I've actually bought a few of them, so I'm not sure if it reset or what, but I was able to stockpile a bit here. Now, the World Beyond event wiped my gems out pretty good, but I was able to scrap together a couple beforehand. So Cecil is actually coming to us as a GDA character. So if we take a look at his event here, the main event here, of course, is Cecil Stedman. He is a GDA support character. And in addition to Cecil, we have the Immortal, who's okay. He has pretty decent presence in PvP. Robot, who is the definitive healer of the game, basically. And then Bulletproof and Shrinking Ray, who are kind of okay. And then Monster Girl, who is a really good bruiser defender. Now, as per usual, there's kind of some tips with this event. When you are starting out, and pretty much until you get up to around 8, don't be picky. If you see, like here, if you see a lone immortal, go ahead and get him. The reason for that is, in order to actually increase your chances of getting elites down the road, you do actually have to do summons to get that shop level cranked up. And there we got him in the second one, which is pretty helpful. Got a little bit of progress on our bar here. Starting out at 1, you've only got a 0.2% chance of getting Cecil, and only a 3% chance of getting an elite hero in addition to that. Pretty low. Once you take it up to 5, it's much, much better, and then all the way up to 10, you're almost to 9%. I think this clocks in at around 8.6, if my quick math is correct. So you're not going to want to be picky. Otherwise, you might find yourself not actually getting anything, which is not ideal. I would start kind of trying for doubles, or maybe being a little more picky once you get up to around like shop level 8, if you even get that far at all. Free to play if you saved up gems, and you can of course get gems a lot from like these events here and all the usual stuff. If you really saved up gems and you go whole hog on the gem bundles, you could actually make out pretty dang good on these events. But if you are taking it a little more budgetary, a little more free to play, not wanting to spend too many gems, just kind of get whatever you get. Of course, Cecil's the new one. We'll talk about his kit in a future video, but it does look very interesting. But as far as like if you're trying to focus fire characters, probably focus Robot first. Robot is like the best healer in the game, bar none, and pairs very well with Adam Eve, who is coincidentally also one of the best supports in the game. And then after Robot, probably Monster Girl, because Monster Girl is just great for PvE. And after that, probably the Immortal, because the Immortal does actually have he has a dog in the fight in the PvP realm. It's not as much ever since they made the tiebreaker feature, but every now and then he can still do some good stuff against an enemy team and can be quite useful. So that's just kind of my opinions on that one. We'll do a brief look over at Cecil's kit. I was lucky enough to get one just from a random refresh. Like I said, he's clocking in as a support character. Kind of makes sense. He's the guy in the chair. There's one ability. His abilities are pretty interesting. I'm not sure if he's going to be like meta-defining, but there's one ability that I do find rather interesting, where whenever an ally dies, Cecil summons a Reaniman. Now, of course, Reanimans, it's probably going to be one of these two, either the regular Reaniman or the upgraded one. It just says Reaniman, so it might just be the regular one. So I mean, it's still a common hero, but I do like summon characters. And if you do get it powered up, if you do put in some of the molecular enhancements, the stats of the Reaniman can actually get kind of decent. Like, if you take it all the way up to 10, it's 75% of the defeated ally's stats, and actually does a bit of a damage in AoE when the Reaniman actually spawns in. I had an idea, and I'm probably not going to go through it myself, but if somebody wants to give it a try just for giggles and to, satiate my curiosity, you won't catch me complaining. What if you have 3 or 4 Cecils in the battle, so that whenever an ally dies, they just get pounded with the Reaniman, like, out of nowhere. Like a Hydra situation. You cut off one head and 3 more just pop up. Like a whole army of Reaniman just try and defeat them with sheer bodies. Like I said, Reanimans are nothing special, but, I mean, hey, you throw enough bodies at the problem, it'll solve itself eventually. Little food for thought there, you never know. In practice, probably not the most practical solution, let's be totally honest here, but it's a cute idea at the very least. So yeah, next video we'll probably go over some summons, as we tend to do. Like I said, I don't have as much of the currency as I usually like to have, but we're still doing okay. We'll still be able to get some boys through the game here. So yeah, look forward to that in the near future. Also have another Marvel Rivals video to edit and put up, where I actually played with Animal Man, who has been in previous videos. So look forward to that. Let me know down in the comments below if you are excited for Cecil, if you think he will be meta or anything like that. Like I said, I don't think he's going to be the most meta. He's got some interesting stuff. His main ability here is particularly interesting in that it hits like a mother-loving truck. But we will cross that bridge when we come to it. Let me know what you think down in the comments below, and we shall see you next time. Have a good one.